Hi everyone, Monique here, Intuitive Soul Savant. Welcome back to the channel and welcome if you're new here. We've had a few subscribers join after the last video. There's always one and two, and that's a healthy way for me to build this channel because I think the subscribers on this channel are a special lot, just because of the way that I teach and the energy that I have. So I love you all and thank you for being here. Now, today's video is just a little bit more insight into you and also the cycles of your life. Now, remembering that astrology isn't the be all and end all of our spiritual studies, because the end goal is enlightenment and mastery of the mind. And in saying that, that's mastery of the self, mastery of the ego, where the ego steps back and trusts and allows our divinity. Okay, so today is all about our progressed sun. Now, you don't have to be a fabulous astrologer to understand this, and I'm going to make it really simple, not so technical. However, knowing where our progressed sun is really does give us insight into the future, you could say. All right, so we have our astrology chart, which is our blueprint for the date, time, and place on planet where we were born. And it stops there, our astrology chart. But the progress chart takes over from there, and we have insights in that progress chart. But today we're just going to look at the sun. Now, the sun with progressions, okay, the sun moves 1 degree every year that we're alive. Okay, 1 degree every year that we're alive. So you don't even have to know the exact degree of your natal sun. We can, get a rough guesstimate on the date that you were born. So if you were born between the 20th and 30th, the degrees would be 1 to 10 degrees. If you're born, 31st or 1st of a month to the 10th, 11th, then that would be 10 degrees to 20 degrees. And then the last decant, they call it, so they split up a sign by 3 decants, 0 to 10 degrees, 10 to 20 degrees, and 20 to 30 degrees, okay? But most of you guys know the exact degree. So to keep it simple, if you're under 30, right, you need to know, your birth date, all right? So I'm later born in the sign, okay? So my sun is natally at, we'll round it off, 27 degrees of Capricorn, okay? So 30 years, when I turned 30, the sun, progressed sun, was at 27 degrees Aquarius. And now I'm coming up into 60, then the sun, my progressed sun, is at 26, 27 degrees of Pisces. So the flavor of the progressed sun, the sign that it's in, actually helps us to have a little bit of insight into where we're at, okay? So it became very interesting to me because I don't feel like that Capricorn energy, or that Saturn energy, you could say, that I used to have when I was younger. So when I turned 3, because my natal sun is at 27 degrees, the sun, the progressed sun, hit Aquarius when I was 3 years of age. And that's when the rebelliousness started, okay? And you can ask my parents. So there was that flavor of Aquarian energy. And then when I turned 33, that was when I was actually became very, very committed to my spiritual path at 33. And also very sensitive and emotional, because the progressed sun was in Pisces. So that Capricorn birth sun, natal sun, yes, that is the core. However, there's all these other layers in astrology. But today we're just talking about your progressed sun, all right, which can give you some insight into energy. And I'll use myself as an example. So I know in a couple of years, I think it's about 4 years, my progressed sun will go into Aries, ingress into Aries. And I'm looking forward to that, because being a progressed sun in Pisces at the moment, I don't feel I have much energy on board to build a business, okay? And that's my natal sun's desire, is that ambition, the ego is wanting to build, keep going to the top of the mountain, that Capricorn energy, leadership. And so when my progressed sun goes into Aries, I'm looking forward to the energy that will bring, that pioneer energy, that get up and go energy, that fire energy. So we could also look at it as far as the elements. So if you're born in an earth element, the progressed sun, when it goes into the next sign, will be a different element. And then the progressed sun will be another different element. So, you know, really we could give ourselves 90 years on the planet. And depending on the date of your birth, if you're at the beginning of the sign, well, then the first 30 years of your life is that natal sign. But if you're in the middle, well, you've got 15 years, and then the progressed sun changes, right? Which gives you that other level of awareness of ourselves, of our energy. It's all about energy. Everything is energy. Okay, so have a look at your degrees. If you're over 30, then you know that you're you know, truthfully in that next sign. So if there's any questions, please pop them in the comments box, because I answer every comment on my channel, because I can, because we're a small community. We're not quite 1,000 yet. And I would want to do that anyway, because I want to connect with the people that that I'm sharing information with. All right. Now, the other reason that you would look at your progressed chart is if you have any of personal planets retrograde. So that's well, the moon doesn't retrograde and the sun doesn't retrograde, but Mercury, Venus, or Mars, if they were retrograde when you were born, it's important to have a look when, in a progressed chart, you'll see this, when they actually go direct. And this is fascinating. I was born with a retrograde Venus. It has taken 58 years in the progressed chart for it to go direct. So born with a retrograde Venus, and the progression in the chart of Venus retrograding backwards, stationing, and then going forward direct has taken 58 years. So for 58 years, I have still had the energy of the retrograde Venus. But as of the beginning of this year, it is now direct. And I feel that energy. I feel the love, and I feel the financial benefits of a direct Venus, right? And as well as Mars. If you had a retrograde Mars in your chart, you know, you may feel that you've been very lethargic until that retrograde Mars in your progressed chart goes direct. And that is the same for Mercury. So in my progressed chart, I wasn't born with a Mercury retrograde, but in my progressed chart, it is now retrograde. So with those personal planets, it's very important. As for the generational planets, a lot of us on this channel had retrograde Saturn, you know, those 60s born, mid-60s born, that we had retrograde Saturn, retrograde Jupiter. I think Pluto was retrograde. You guys will know. I've quite forgotten because I'm not really focusing on the generational planets today, though. That sun is really, really important. So just a short video. I go away in 2 weeks on retreat. I'm looking forward to that. And I don't know what I'll bring you. If there's any ideas of another couple of videos before I leave, please pop that in the comments. And if you'd like a one-on-one with me, I still have time to do that, or you can book for when I return. But I wish you all the best, guys, and I hope you're well. And, you know, don't look out there at what's going on in the world, because it's got nothing to do with us. We are ascending. This is our own personal soul's journey, and that is what is the most important thing. Okay, there's a lot of polarity going on. Don't get caught up in that. Just do you. Just do you. All right, so I love you. Just a shorty today. And have a look at, you know, you can just add it up in your mind. If you know what degrees, and if you're over 30, it'll be quite simple for you. And it's just a rough guesstimate of the degrees. That's all you need, just to have that insight of what energies you have on board, you know, that larger picture of yourselves. So thank you very much, and I'll see you all soon before I go away. And if you're watching this down the track, I hope you get something from this that will give you more insight. Okay, thanks everyone.